Alright, welcome back to another video, another live stream, sorry, over here on SCS Combat, and today we are here for UFC Qatar, going down this weekend tonight, followed by a huge Ring 4 card as well in Saudi Arabia, and we're going to be live for that later. Now, apologies for any, I don't know, it's not poor audio, but my throat is cooked, so we are going to have to deal with that, but we're here, we're trying our best. And yeah, so a few delays, but finally we're back after missing a whole week, as you can tell. Well, like I said, my throat couldn't really make videos, I suppose, record, but we are back, and we are just in time for Jack Hermanson versus. Okay, right. We're gonna struggle with that first name, but Orblay. Know how to say the last name, so we're just gonna stick with that because I don't want to mess it up. But stacked co-main and main tonight. Got the former welterweight champion of the world, Bilal Muhammad. Remember the name, taking on the future, Ian Gary. I mean, what a fight that's gonna be. And we also have the main event, the return of arguably the main top contender at lightweight. He is the top contender realistically. Our man Tsarukyan, as he takes on Dan Hooker, who also makes his return after a long time out of the octagon. So two very anticipated returns going down tonight in the main event. But just keep saying, but it's a great fight, and it's great to have both of them back. Especially Dan Hooker, obviously known for great scrapper. Arman Surgian, if he wins, might get the title shot, or it might be Paddy's. The whole A team is there tonight. Like we've got Paddy's there. Then we've got Islam's there. Got Ilya there. We've got Arman there. Obviously, he's fighting. There's so many potentials for a fight. Hopefully, Dylan Dennis isn't in the crowd tonight. That was another one we missed going down the weekend there, as Islam beat JDM via decision. So, I mean, I have no really thoughts on that. Apparently, it was a lackluster fight, I'll be honest. Didn't even see it. Was away watching Newbank Ben, so not gonna lie, sleep was took over that card, which I heard was a good decision. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Gotta clear the throat here sometimes, like we're a bit fried on it. But we got Waldo Cortez Acosta. Once again, he just fought on like my last live stream, or one of the last ones. Beat Shamil Gaziev in the first round via TKO, and I know Twitter won't be happy about that one. But throwback win, I suppose, for Kyoji Horiguchi. I don't know why. I know how to say his name, and I don't know if I'm saying it right or not. Like, my head's gone. But we're back. Let's go. Let's go. Right. Orblay making his way to the ring right now. Absolute goat. Let's see if he can get it done against Jack Hermanson. Brawl yesterday at the what do you call? Brawl yesterday at the weigh-ins, or not a brawl, just an outright stupid move from our man Surgeon, if we're just being honest here, as he headbutts Dan Hooker. Not a smart decision in my opinion. I don't really know who else would think that is a smart decision. Kind of broke Hooker's nose, did headbutt him directly in the nose, and there's a close up of it. It's pretty brutal. See a pretty happy Paddy Pimblett here, as his teammate and big star in the UK MMA scene, Luke Riley, gets the win, gets a knockout win earlier on in the card. Let me just see this. Okay. Yeah, Shamil Gaziev got absolutely smoked with a straight right hand. Damn. Yeah, I think it cost his next slap out, man. Speed and KSI there tonight. Interesting stuff. Taking down all four UFC opponents multiple times and finished 12 of his 14 wins, 6 knockouts and 6 submissions with 8 first round finishes. So, I mean, Orblay, I think he might be coming off a loss, but Solid fighter, man. Jack Hermanson, I mean, he's like, I wouldn't call fighters gatekeepers, but I swear he's been around for a while, like, and he's kind of in the same position. So, but good to see him back. Michael Bisping has been made a part of the Tom Aspinall joke as caused to put a eye patch on him, but I suppose that's obviously Bisping can't see either out of his, I think it's his left eye, his right eye, as we know. I mean, maxed out, maxed out Vitor Belfort just kicked him in the head, which isn't too handy for your eyesight. Uh, if you know, you know. If I maxed out Vitor Belfort just fully on a whole load of things, but you know, Bisping still fought on and become world champion. I suppose that's a lot of people's argument for Tom Aspinall being able to fight on, which I don't really believe he should have or could have. But that's the way it goes. Find a. Alright, so I think, yeah, I don't know. I wonder we're about to get this one done, but I don't really know if I pick him. I think I picked Hermanson. Then after that, we have Volkan Özdemir taking on Alonso Manyfield. I think I picked Manyfield. I can't even remember. Alright, so yeah, I picked Hermanson, I picked Manyfield, I picked Ian Gary, and I picked Arman Tsarukyan, even though I want Dan Hooker to win, especially after that headbutt yesterday. Come on. It's been a busy. I mean, these past 2 weekends in terms of fights have just been insane. We've had what? We've had obviously the fight that I mentioned, Conor Ben got the revenge, redemption, whatever you want to call it, to get the victory and a very dominant victory over Chris Eubank Jr., who did not look the same in there. Whether that be he didn't want to get hurt like he did in the first fight, didn't want to go back to that place, whether it be he was weight drained, there could be a whole lot of things, and he hasn't said anything himself, respect. But Conor Ben did not take anything for granted, and he put on a disciplined performance, and I was impressed, and very much improved, and it was a good sign early when I seen that he was hitting to the body, instead of just swinging in big shots to the head, he was taking a smart tactical approach. And I'll be honest, you know, it's the band name and the way they have fought. I didn't think he'd be able to maintain that discipline, but he did. Oh, Horiguchi, man, what a finish here! Big knockdown for him, by the way, in that fight. I'm kind of just getting caught up, and then a big, tight submission, man. That guy is never getting out of that rear naked choke. Is Yeah, bro. You're right. Fair play. He was never getting out of that. Completely had that. So let's go. Hermanson is the underdog in this one. It's close though. He's only 160. Um, 2 and 3 is a UFC underdog. I swear Hermanson is actually just like, wouldn't call him a mythical fighter, like, but he's just like barely here, and then like he's here and then he's gone and he's here, like you barely see this guy. But I do think, if my memory is correct, his last fight might have been when Gregory Rodriguez knocked him out cold very bad, and then the referee allowed for one of the worst follow up shots I've ever seen a human get hit with. But oh, round timer, round timer. Alright, so round one underway. Nice jab to the body from Orblay. Shooting in a huge shot already. Let's go. I need to take this mic back a bit, maybe with me. So, nice leg kick. Kind of near took Hermanson off his feet there. Hermansen's just trying to find his range with that jab, and a nice leg kick from him. Big overhand and a big right hand back as well from Hermansen. It's clear that Orblai is looking for that right hand overhand. He lands a nice straight to the body though. Hermansen's just trying to find his way with that jab. Nice right hand again. Kind of a weird leg kick in there from Hermansen. It works though. Purrs up. My throat just keeps steady. Holds up. Orblai is missing that overhand, but he's swinging it like mental. Huge hook from him. Kind of stumbles Hermansen. It's clear that Orblai wants the pressure here. Hermansen was throwing a leg kick, by the way. It wasn't like hurt. But his jab's working. Orblai's face is a bit red, the nose. Hermansen, I don't know, he looks uncomfortable with the pressure. In my opinion, he's on the back foot, but he's clearly struggling to figure it out at the moment because he's getting hit with some huge shots. But it's kind of like, I don't know, it looks like he's uncomfortable and he's trying to use that jab to try and figure things out, but it's not working for him at all. Or it's not that it's not working for him at all, sorry, but it's kind of like, I'll throw this to see if you'll go away, that kind of jab. Big 1-2 misses from Orblai. Nice straight right to the body and then left. Nice knee to the body from Hermansen. They're in the clinch right now, kind of just trading shots. And they separate. Oh, big right hand from Orblai. Yeah, man. Especially if Hermansen's last fight was that Gregory Rodriguez fight, a Robocop fight as they call him, he's gonna have some nerves in there. And a huge uppercut again. Orblai's on the pressure. Come on. Oh, and he knocked Hermansen out cold. Straight right hand behind the ear, and out goes Hermansen. What a performance from him. Well, my pick was wrong. I don't know why I picked. Oh, man. My picks, I swear I've got that Eubank one right, and that's about it. By huge right hand from Orblai, puts Hermansen out. Wow. Wow. And not good as well. You can see blood from the ear of Hermansen, which is never a good sign. But we see it here. Huge right hand, right on the ear. Right on the ear. That looks sore, man. And that puts Hermansen out cold. And he gets hit with a grab. Bro, these referees need to do Hermansen a favour and get in there quicker. For me. Stop this guy getting hit with ground and pound shots when he's absolutely out cold with no potential of blocking anything. Huge right hand though, and it just hits right on the ear. And then one more for good measure. Is that a UFC commentary line? I don't know. Is that a UFC 5 thing? But what a knockout for Orblai. Very happy with that one as well, as you can see. Wow, crazy knockout, man. Come on. That's what we like to see. Some good endings to fights here, some knockouts. We gotta get a tweet out here. That's crazy though. That was kind of like the shot Conor Benn caught Eubank with. I suppose we were talking about it before this one, but kind of just on the ear, behind the ear. huge comeback there for not comeback, comeback win. Kind of, I think he lost his last fight, or it was close, but huge win there for Orblay or Orblay. So it might have been messing that one up a bit. Oh, crazy knockout there. The post fight interview going on right now. So now it's 15-2 with 9 first round finishes and 7 knockouts. Wait, what was it? It was 12. It's 13 finishes now out of his 15 wins and 9 first round finishes. Pretty solid for Orblay. Let's go. Alright. We'll try to get back in time for that one, but yeah, that choke, by the way, that Horiguchi got was so tight. Like he got that right in there, man. That was a crazy knockout, by the way, right on the ear. Down goes Hermanson. Try and get a bit comfortable here. But set a takedown as well in the octagon from Orblay for on his coach. So up next, Volkan Oezdemir takes on Alonzo Manifield. Pretty good light heavyweight fight. No one, I think Oezdemir's been there for a while. Manifield's up and coming, but he's been about. Yeah, should be a good fight. Number 14 ranked in Manifield versus number 9 ranked in Oezdemir. Then after that, we have the co-main event of Ian Gary and Bilal Muhammad. Let's go. Huge shot there from Orblay, like, right on the ear. It's great because it was a great shots at action because Hermanson had his guard up, um, covering his face, but obviously that leaves gaps in MMA gloves and with boxing gloves, I suppose. To hit around the side, and he hit him perfectly in the ear, and that put him out cold. So fair play, fair play. Huge fights going on. I've got Ian Gary. I think he's going to be I mean, he's kind of is. He's way bigger than Bilal, but I think he's going to be too good on the feet, and I think he will be able to stop the takedowns of Bilal. And if Bilal's going to have to fight to win using his front foot pressure, I don't think it's going to work on Ian Gary at all. And I think if he does fight that way and can't get his takedowns, Ian Gary's going to knock him out or finish him. And then I think in the main event that Tsarukyan's probably just going to take Dan Hooker down and ground and pound him quite a good bit. But that's another fight where if it stays on the feet, Tsarukyan's good on the feet as well. But obviously, it gets more interesting for Dan Hooker. I mean, he's more likely to win there, so see what happens. Is that like the rest of the card? Like it's alright. It's a good card, but not many huge names on there. Some good up and coming names though. Whereas the co-main and the main big fights, big fights for both their divisions as well. These new UFC shorts look weird. Ian Gary's wearing the purple. It looks like I don't know. Fair enough. I feel like Venom changed the design all the time. Ian Gary, the purple look like matte or something, or not like matte purple, but like so that they don't have some sort of texture on them. Um, but yeah, I mean they're pretty alright. See here, Bilal Muhammad, 24-4, and obviously he's coming off that loss to Jack Della Maddalena, where once again he couldn't get the takedowns as much as he needed to, and that led them losing on the feet and losing a striking battle. That made him lose his belt eventually, I suppose. Um, Ian Gary 16-1, and that only loss does come by way of Shavkat Rakhmonov, who's obviously still undefeated. And Ian Gary took that fight in short notice and was able to implement a lot of things in near submit Shavkat, and it was a very close 3-2 fight. A couple of more strikes in one of those rounds for Ian Gary. He could have won, he could have stolen around, but that's just not the way it went. But he did. He's the first and the only person. Obviously, Shavkat hasn't fought from then, but he is the only one to go the distance from him or with him. But Ian Gary is the best win on his like let's not get things confused here. Like I know he was getting a title shot, but he literally before the Ian Gary fight he beat Wonderboy and Jeff Neal. Like in my opinion he needed another win. And in my opinion he still does need another win coming back, especially after such a long layoff. I don't think if Bilal Muhammad wins he should get the title shot, but I think if Ian Gary wins he should get the title shot. That's just my way of looking on things because Bilal had the belt, then he lost obviously already. He lost it in his first defense, so now he's on a one fight win streak if he wins tonight. Whereas Ian Gary had that fight with Prates, and then he has this one tonight. You know he's got more belt on than Bilal, and obviously that's a great win for Ian Gary. Although he near got finished in the end, Prates has destroyed everyone before and after him. Ian Gary the only one to beat him in the UFC, so should be interesting. Prates is like the best fighting nerd. You see here, Ozdemir fighting DC. So that's what I mean by he's been around for a while. Knocked out Johnny Walker in um, cartoon fashion. That's the way it usually goes for Johnny Walker. 20 and 8 for Ozdemir, 17-5 and 1 for um Alonzo Manifield. Atomic Alonzo Manifield. I swear, is this Magno Levy? Who is this? If I've ever been tricked here, or this isn't Magno Levy, I don't know what one of the two it is. I feel like I feel like I would know, but the UFC do these like cinematic walkouts where they'll have someone like on the path to the ring or that one there. I don't know if that was Magno Levy or not. But you're standing on the octagon and then it's like transitions into the walkout. Fair enough. Manifield making his way to the ring here. I always say the ring, even though it's the octagon, you know. That's my boxing background, I suppose. Alright, just give me 2 seconds here. I'm gonna have to do something, but I will be back in literally like 20 seconds. Alright, so pretty quick timing, but we're back. Manifield only in the octagon now. See, I mean, obviously, seeing his highlights, Ozdemir still doing good, and still if a great fighter at the top level to test up and comers. So, I mean, experience is going to help him a lot in some of these fights. Even though he's had 28 fights, and Manifield's had 23. So, a 5 fight difference, but at the top level, obviously, Özdemir's had a lot more. And then I believe that the Ring 4 card does start at quarter to 10, I think. So we might be able to bet later with that one. Probably take a break in between there. What was that? DC is DC is out of control. What was that? It was crazy, man. That was crazy knockout, man. You just seen Hermanson, he kind of just floats forward and then floats backwards. Like, gotta get something quicker, these referees. Alright, so 36 versus 38. I did not think Manifield was that old, I'm going to be honest. Özdemir is the favourite here, so once again, I feel like my pick is going to go far. I did not think Manifield was 38. 6'2" versus 6 foot, and I think it was a 1 inch reach advantage there for Manifield. I thought this guy just started, man. He's 38. 3 and 2 and 1 as a UFC underdog for Manifield. Hopefully he can land a shot in here tonight and fix my predictions because they've been going very good. Let's see what time this thing's at here. But that right hand for Acosta is literally like a trick move. Like, so coverage starts main card, yeah, 9:45 for this ring card, and there's a fight before the big ones, but obviously then we have Abdullah Mason versus Sam Noakes for WBO world title. We have Bam against Fernando Martinez, and then obviously Brian Norman Jr., Devin Haney, and David Benavidez, Anthony Yard. Some weird fighting going on here already, but round one underway. Yeah, I feel like my voice is gonna cave in. Like, it's a very strange fighting here so far. Manifield is just getting tagged in the back foot though. Counter right hand, please, Manifield. My pick. Come on. No, bro. I'm getting flashbacks to Hermanson here, just on the back foot, ready to get whacked. Don't go out like us, please. Two in a row of my fighters getting turning into counter fighters and instantly getting KO'd on the back foot would be not fun for me. Oh, huge knee and uppercut for Uzdemir, and Manifield might be hurt here. Uppercut again, and Manifield's out cold. Referee, hello. Manifield is out cold. No, my pecs. What is happening? Why are these guys just having the shambles? Manifield is actually, by the way, Mark Gollard. Come on, mate. Manifield's actually sitting there on some Mike Tyson, Marvis Frazier type knockout, just getting his head pinged off him. He's out cold on his feet. Mark Gollard's like, bro, he's still standing. See, an uppercut and a knee combination here from Uzdemir, who seems to be getting better over the course of time. Some huge shots, combinations going, and another uppercut, straight right or straight left, uppercut again, uppercut again, uppercut again, right hand, left hook, right hand. He's out cold, Mark. What are you doing? I love the way, and like, by the way, Orblay, Uzdemir threw a lot of punches there, but bro, some of them missed. But those last like six I called, where he was literally already out cold practically, not intelligently defending himself. We'll say at least he's been hit with three uppercuts in a row, then a right hand, a left hook, and a right hand. Flip me, like all of them landed at maximum impact. Well, shout out to everyone I picked, just getting absolutely annihilated on the back foot. Flip me. Throws on. Come on. Yeah, man. I think I should have researched my picks a bit more. Cheaper. What was the last minute pick? Suppose we can use that excuse. Flip me. DC and chill. I'm not gonna tune into my show instead. you know. But two goats are. Mark Goddard just actually let him sacrifice there. Like, flip me. Crazy, man. But Hermanson and Manifield have both just been absolutely annihilated on the back foot. Bro, these guys need to get off the back foot. Please. Do anything to actually give me a pick right here. Ian Gary better beat Bilal Muhammad. had a shambles here with these last two picks. Michael Bisping's throwing these. I mean, this replay, uppercut and knee lands to start everything off, right? Manifield's backed up. Then a right hand, an uppercut again. Then two miss. Then another uppercut. Hurts him bad. Another uppercut, he's practically out. A right hand, he's out. A right hand again, and mate, Goddard's eyes are actually his eyes are in the back of his head, and Goddard's just chill with it. Like, well, another stoppage, I suppose. Not a good thing for Manifield at 38. Shavkat Rakhmanov in the crowd, along with Nasruddin Imavov, I think that was beside him. And we see here what a co-main for next month. By the way, Alexandra Pantoja takes on Joshua Van. What a fight! I mean, Pantoja is obviously one of the most dominant champions flyweight and the sport has had in a while. He's up there with Merab. A lot of people would love to see that fight, but I'm pretty sure it's never going to happen. Come on, bro. My throat is cooked. Voice is cooked. Everything's fried here. Pecs are cooked as well. Guys are actually just going into flipping, I don't even know, survival mode instantly. Like, Ian Gary practices some head kicks backstage. Be nice to see one of them land. No offense to Bilal Muhammad, obviously, but I think I might be picking Ian Gary over you in this one, mate. I can't believe I picked Hermanson and Manifield, and both of them just got absolutely annihilated on the back foot. It's hard work for me and Gary. Elbows, knees, head kicks, all of it being practiced in there. I mean, what's the reach on Ian Gary, by the way? Like, it's bound to be huge. Wrong thing. This UFC website just absolutely, like, has a shambles sometimes. Only a 2.5 inch reach for Ian Gary. I thought it'd be longer to be fair, but Bilal's got some long arms on for his height. There's a 4 inch height advantage so for Ian Gary. High stakes in this next one. Like I said, I think if Ian Gary wins this, huge potential for a world title shot from him. A screenshot here from Stephen Wonderboy Thompson showing apparently search up Orbly's ESPN profile and it comes up a photo of Wonderboy. Remember, like a couple of months ago, a load of screenshots come out. And ESPN need to log in on the fighters, like, because they got them completely wrong. You'll see some war, hopefully, in this main event. Don't really know if it's going to go down like that. Like, Hooker could possibly get talked down and held there for the whole 5 rounds. But hopefully not. Hopefully not, you know. We gotta hope in this world. Like, early enough, though. I mean, this card started an hour and 45 minutes ago. This main card, sorry. You know, could be, that's probably it, should I say, as well, for Jack Hermanson. Because it's a long day for him right there. Here's the promo, the future. Ian Gary, the future is inevitable, tattooed on him. So we see some highlights here. Come on. Obviously, I've got some personal backing in this one. So hopefully Ian Gary wins. Very confident, talks a lot. Usually does get the win, but hasn't had a knockout in a while, shall we say. So hopefully we see that tonight. But I mean, this is probably his biggest and his most, like, well, what do you call it, like, well, longevity wise, it's a great win for Ian Gary over Carlos Prates. Shout out to anyone that comes on here expecting the actual fight, but we're trying to build something here, so we can't be showing that. Um, as we say, I mean, that head kick knockout from Ian Gary on D-Rod was absolutely perfect. I mean, what a shot! But I think that was his last knockout, if I'm not mistaken. Bilal Muhammad, on the other hand, obviously had that victory over Leon Edwards to take the belt. Um, Pretty good on that night. Huge takedowns. I think if Ian Gary can stop them in this fight, it's going to be a long day for Bilal Muhammad. Fair play. Bilal was kind of like, from what I remember, Bilal was like Marab, and like no one wanted them to get the title shot, but they ended up kept winning and winning and winning. It was inevitable. And they got it and they won. Obviously, Marab's had a lot more success as champion, but still, like, you get the point. Used to being the underdog or the not liked fighter. So is Ian Gary. I prefer he gets a lot of hate for like random stuff. Let's be honest here. Like, obviously he talks a lot, has a lot of belief in himself, Ian Gary. But like, bro, some of the hate he gets for stuff that is irrelevant to fighting is higher than the amount of other fighters get that actually do mental stuff. Get the nerves going a bit for this one. Come on, man. Can't remember if this is 3 or 5 rounds. Ian Gary makes his way to the ring. Let's go. Obviously, from Ireland, from Dublin, but represents Brazil as well. You know, not as his main country, but he's obviously trained there a lot for a while now, to be fair. So he represents them. As he goes over and shakes hands with former opponent Shavkat Rakhmonov here. Yeah, he's a weird one. Because I was like, even thinking about it, it's like, where's he going? No, he's going over to his wife. I was going to say, bro's third side quest. Let's get into the octagon. But he is going to his family, so you can't allow that one. But yeah, like Ian Gary fully just like has really good fight. Like he's got like good relationships with his former opponents and like talks very highly of them. Like fully believes that he'll rematch Shavkat or Prates one day. But I think for the Prates thing, it was kind of like Prates has got to be like annoyed a bit because like Ian Gary's so signed him and like stuff like that, but he beat him and shot or Prates did near finish him. He was like, oh, he's the only guy that beat me, and I was so close to beating him. And now he walks about like hugging me when my teammates lose. Like that's got to be something. But fair play. I mean, you got to rate the soundness, I suppose you could call it, or the respect from me and Gary. You got to rate it. That's true. Though. Like imagine getting beat by someone and nearly beating them, but then they beat you, and they're the only person you haven't beat, and then they're like your friend now. Respect, because it wasn't like it was what do you call it? Some basic words just leave your brain whenever you do these live streams, but it wasn't like it was a bad relationship before, or like there wasn't like a load of talk in the build up. Being Gary obviously believes in himself a lot. A lot of fighters do end up like that as well. The fighting show. But let's go. Ian Gary finally in the octagon. Big octagon by the looks of it, by the way. Let's go. Bilal Muhammad making his way out next. Here he is, the former champ. Taking his time, taking his time. The number two ranked fighting, born in Chicago, Illinois, but obviously represents Palestine. And yeah, Bilal Muhammad, what a fighter. Taking a long time here. Maybe mistaken, but I think he might be walking out to a rap song. I don't know if you can tell, but I don't have any commentary or noise. Because obviously I'm live myself and you can't play audio. But I'm guessing he's walking out to a rap song. you know. Seems like he's taking it in the moment. Looks calm, looks confident, composed. But let's go in, Gary. That's all I had to say. We gotta get this win. Bilal Muhammad, good fighter, obviously champion as of his last fight. Lost the belt in his last fight, but still very good fighter at times. And if the pressure gets to his opponent and they can't stop his takedowns, can't cope with it, he usually breaks through and was on a huge win streak as well before. Obviously that Jack Dalla Maddalena fight. Good fighter. So Ian Gary needs to be prepared because this is like, I mean, as far as step ups go, he's had that Rachmanov fight, but I know, man, Bilal's former champion, and he hasn't fought one of them before, so see how this goes for him. Just waiting for Bilal to get into the octagon right now. Former welterweight champion tied seventh most wins in UFC welterweight history at 15, and the third most significant strikes in UFC welterweight history. Something I wouldn't have expected. 1,373. Pretty decent stats there for Bilal. got the similar situation here. Like both fighters definitely taking their time to get into the octagon. Ian Gary went to shake hands with Shavkat and his family, and then had to cut his nails. And now Bilal is hitting the Shakira. I don't really know what Bilal is doing. Bilal is moving his hips, shall I say? Because I don't know, dancing probably would have been a better way to put that. Smiling, ready to go. Like crawling up into the octagon. He's right there. Is he gonna do it? There we go. He's in the octagon. All right, we've made it. We've made it. We've got here. Come on. So once again, I do have Ian Gary for this one. I think he could either. I think I do think he'd be able to stop the takedowns. I think he'd be able to land some huge shots. Bilal showed a good chin, so maybe in order for. He's been knocked out before as well, though, by Vicente Luque. Interesting. I think Ian Gary will hit the timing with the right shot. I think a knockout is possible here, though. 37 Bilal is now. A lot of these guys are older than I thought. 37 for Bilal Muhammad, 28 for Ian Gary, 4-inch height advantage for Ian Gary as well, a 2.5-inch reach advantage as Bruce Buffer makes the announcements here. Let's go. Oh, well, we've got 3 people in here, or have we got 1 people in here? Don't really know, but shout out to anyone that's here. I suppose if there is anyone else in here. Ian Gary is the minus 290 favourite. So 8-0 is a favourite in the UFC. Yeah, Fought Shavkat and late notice as well. Okay, we've got 1 person in here, and I think that is me, so shout out to me, I suppose. We had 3, we were at an all-time high right there. But yeah, as he shouts in to the face of Bruce Buffer, once again, it's not legendary yet, but if he becomes champion or gets a title fight, that'll be pretty sick. That part of the ring introduction where he goes up and shouts at Bruce Buffer as well. Bilal Muhammad, probably like I don't know what way he would feel about it, but a plus 235 dog. You gotta feel kind of disrespected. Bro keeps at that emote with the hips. Uh, what is happening? Though? Yeah, you gotta feel kind of disrespected there. I suppose if you're the former champion and you only lost your belt in your last fight, and you're the underdog immediately headed into your next one. But this is a great fight, man. High level fight. Who's our referee in here tonight? Is his name going to come up? We've got Rich Mitchell. What a name. Fair play. Alright, here we go. Both fighters ready. It's around about to start. Let's go. Round 1 underway, and Bilal on the front foot straight away. Ian Gary can't keep that range, throwing up head kicks early. Come on, Ian Gary. Bilal trying to jab his way into the body. Talking to Ian. Nice job, though. Bilal fancies his odds in striking. We can see that. Nice job from Ian Gary, though. Nice leg kick. Eye poke for apparently on Bilal Muhammad, who's saying Ian Gary saying he didn't poke him, but I suppose we'll see. There's a cut on the shake though of Bilal already. Yeah, Ian Gary fully just poked him kind of in the eye. Wasn't too bad. It was kind of underneath, but it was an eye poke. We'll give him it. We'll give him it. He's cutting the cheek already though. I swear this guy can't see. I'm not going to be a happy watcher. I want to see this fight go on. I think he's alright. I think it'll take him second. He does kind of look confused though. Can we get the doctor out? Quick question. Can we please get the doctor out? Give me 2 seconds to see what's going on here. All right, so Bilal's good to go here. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get right back into it. You're gonna have to imagine that we're on the fourth minute or something in this round timer. I think Ian Gary tried to frame though. I think it's a pretty easily made mistake. 4 minutes 20 left to go. And nice back on that job from Ian Gary. And again, Bilal shoots in. The opening might have been there, but he didn't fully go for it. It's interesting. Nice tape kick from Ian Gary. Working that job. It's not. I don't think it's like a fully fledged cut under the eye of Bilal Muhammad. I think it's like scratch. Oh, what do you call it? Oblique kick from Ian Gary. Kind of sounds. Was Bilal a weird reaction on his leg? I don't know if he slipped or if it was the kick. He's trying to shoot in low, obviously, to make Ian Gary think of that takedown and then throw a right hand, and it might have worked from there. But Ian Gary sticks him as well with a shot. Who's keeping the range? Probably landing the cleaner work so far. Throws up that head kick again, the jab. It's out of the way of Bilal's shots. Tape kick sends him halfway across the octagon. Whoa, big right hand from Bilal. Don't know if it fully landed or not. Weird camera angles, you know. He lands that one though on the ear. But I mean, it's weird because he's like, I wouldn't say crouching, that's obviously like, but he's going in low and coming up high and it's working. But let's say a knee for me and Gary though, because he's kind of setting himself up for that shot to land. Oh, right hand for me and Gary. Nice oblique kick. A nice straight as well from a nice hook. Come on in. Please. Bilal on the back foot now. Nice job though from both men. Mark under the eye now of Ian Gary as well, so we're equal on that. Nice leg kick from Ian Gary. Drops Bilal. He's damaging that leg, man. I'm telling you, it's the same leg he's on those obliques on. He's doing some damage and a nice job again from Ian Gary. And we all know what happened. Was that it was just it was the Jeff Neal or the Neil Magny fight? Was the Neil Magny fight where Ian Gary just kept dropping him over and over and over again with leg kicks. Head kick attempt from Muhammad. Takedown attempt, first one. Ian Gary stalls it. They're in the clinch up against Cage and Bilal's trying to land some shots. Need the body from Ian Gary. He's got an underhook. See if he can break this clinch. Be good to have that already. Some uppercuts though from Bilal Muhammad trying to land some nice shots in here. And Ian Gary separates, gets Bilal off him. Nice take or oblique again. That's such a weird word. I mean, Bilal is swinging that overhand, or not like an overhand, but that right hand, he's swinging it. Leg kick again. That leg of Bilal's hurt, man. I'm telling you, and that cuts way more. It's bleeding way more now. Anyways, that was a nice hook. Really nice hook from Ian Gary. Caught Bilal Muhammad off guard. I think he thought the 1-2 was going to be the end of that combination, and then whack a hook behind it. Kind of 1-2-1 type vibes. Yeah, right here, some different vocabulary over here, like what we're getting there. Nice leg kick again, and that leg of Bilal's hurt as he switches stances. But I don't think he's going to be as good out of southpaw. And leg kicks from Ian Gary are a secret weapon, kind of, you know. And you see what happened in that New Magny fight. He couldn't stand. As Bilal goes in for the takedown, he's on a single leg. Very good balance from Ian Gary, who could spun circles. But he stays on his feet. Now we're in the clinch again, up against Cage. 20 seconds to go. Sorry about my round timer, but there was a foul, an eye poke that caused like a delay. A nice elbow, though, from Bilal Muhammad. This one is 3 rounds, by the way. Nice head kick from Ian Gary. Oh, spinning back kick to the body from Ian Gary. Okay, we get some emoting taunts kind of feints. Ian Gary just fakes a spin kick and Bilal like runs backwards. But I think that is 1-0 to Ian Gary in my opinion. I think he landed the more damaging shots. Um dropped him, obviously, that leg kick and stuff. But I do have that for Ian Gary. Is it one? Right, we gotta get this tweet out right here. Whoa. Come on. Damage under the eye for both men, but Bilal's is definitely way worse than Ian Gary's. But we are about to start again. Ian Gary's doing his own dance now, maybe. Bilal's still kind of trying to sort his eye out. But he's like, it's kind of like bothering him a bit because he's kind of, when you get that feeling you need to pull like an eyelash out. He's been doing that and like actually trying to pull an eyelash out from that eye poke happened at the start of the last round. Nice kick again to the legs from Ian Gary. Nice 1-2 and a nice head kick from Ian Gary. Come on. And the oblique kick, I mean, he's eating up that leg of Bilal. Use that footwork. Wrong word there. Bilal's getting in some shots. Nice body kick from Bilal. Like seeing Gary get off the cage here and a nice oblique kick. He's kind of standing still for too long for my liking. Nice jab though. Bilal's trying to shoot that double jab right hand. He's been doing it all fight. Ian Gary finally circles out off the cage. Nice jab again. I mean, I feel like it's just a jab, a leg, and a teep kick would win Ian Gary this fight. Nice right hand from Ian Gary on the counter. Bilal kind of eats up too much distance with that jab. Nice spinning back kick to the body from Ian Gary. Nice oblique kick again, and Bilal switches stances. But I think he forgets to stay in his stance and it kind of automatically resets back to his orthodox one, and a nice leg kick again. Gary's eating up that leg. Bilal's in on the hips though. Ian Gary gets an underhook. See what he can do here. 3 minutes left in the round. They're up against the cage and Bilal's kind of on his back in the clinch. Ian Gary turns it around though and separates Bilal. It's a nice shot at coming out of the clinch though. And that nose of Bilal's busted up now, but he lands a nice shot there, nice right hand. Nice jab again from Ian Gary. That jab's nice. Leg kick. See, Bilal's trying to get that leg's hurt. He stumbles on it, man. I'm telling you. He's got that single leg. Ian Gary defends again. Back in the clinch. 2.5 minutes to go. Yeah, I was gonna say Bilal was literally just had his hand over the fence there, which I feel like is illegal. He's got underhooks right now. He's trying to work a takedown, I suppose. Ian Gary's trying to slip out of it right now. This is the best place for Bilal to be because his legs getting chewed up on the outside. I feel like that's a Joe Rogan phrase. Or an Anik one of the two. Shout out to whoever says that. It's a good phrase. But yeah, and the jab and the eye is cut as well. So Ian Gary separates again, gets off that cage. Bilal's trying to land that right hand hard, man. Like to see the leg kick again from Ian Gary. Oblique or normal. Bilal's in on the single leg again. I mean, it's Ian Gary's balance that makes a difference, in my opinion. Is he going to take Bilal down here? Takes it back. Tries to get him down, but doesn't get it. Nice leg kick again, and a tape. And a jab. Mate, he got punched in the eye. He got punched in the eye, surely. There's no way that was another eye poke, man. What are you doing, Ian? It's got to be a punch. I felt like his fist was closed that time. Oh my, bro, what are you doing? It didn't hit him in the eye though, did it? It didn't hit him in the eye. It was the he like hit his fingers on the top of he hit his fingers on Bilal's forehead, and then the hand went down, but it was the glove of a closed fist that hit Bilal in the eye, and it didn't even really hit him in the eye. So I'm not having this one personally. The doctor's back again. Can we get rid of this doctor? I know he's bringing the talent and all. He's being kind of nice, but he's still focused on the other eye. Not even though, oh man, maybe I was looking at the wrong eye. That's my bad. I was looking at the wrong eye. We see this again here, but I think that's a closed fist, man. I can't see. This angle's bad. That's a closed fist. He gets jabbed in the eye, man. What are we doing? It's a closed fist. Wrap this up. It's a closed fist, Raf. What are you looking at? Bro, he's hit him in the eye with a closed fist. It better be a closed fist or else he's just... yeah, alright, there we go. We're back. Hey, kick again from me and Gary. He's kind of throwing some Superman stuff in here now. Nice job. Bilal's going with that 1-2 again, but you see that leg kick from me and Gary just stop this pressure. Nice 1-2 from Bilal. Get off the cage, Ian. Shoots in on the double leg. Ian Gary defends again. Feel like a couple of more leg kicks for Ian Gary. Just drop Bilal maybe or do something big. Steal around as Bilal tries to hold him in the clinch here against the cage. Ian Gary's trying to separate. 10 seconds left. Don't let him take you down. Ian Gary separates again and a huge elbow on the break of the clinch. That's 2-0 Ian Gary in my opinion. I don't know. It's a very back and forth round, but I don't feel like Bilal's winning this fight. What are we saying? If anyone, like it could be 1-1, but in my opinion, Ian Gary's winning. I do have this 2-0 Ian Gary. I'd like to see something big from him in the third, man. He's calling for a title shot. Let's see it. Give Dana a reason. Shut it. Come on. Round timer. Alright, third and final round, by the way. I feel like if this was a 5-rounder, Ian Gary would stop Bilal. But we're going to see here. And round 3 underway. Let's go. Bilal's shooting that right hand in again. Leg kick, come on, Ian. It's a close fight, man. Don't let it slip. I see leg kicks again. Don't know if you've heard me saying, but they were working a lot in the first and second round at the start when he was using them. Nice job from Ian Gary as Bilal tries to come in. Ian Gary's just sitting on the fence here for too long. Bilal's in a nice right hand. Nice kick oblique from Ian Gary. A nice job. Bilal's pressure's kind of working here. Like game from Ian Gary. I feel like he might just spam leg kicks here if anything goes wrong. Nice work from Ian Gary though to turn it around and get Bilal on the fence. Separates though. Nice 1-2 from Ian Gary. Spinning back fist from Ian Gary. Oh, and a front kick to the face. How do you like that, Bilal? What a shot. Huge right hand from Ian Gary, kind of skims. Bilal shoots in on the takedown. Closest he's got yet, but Ian Gary defends again. He misses the elbow, by the way, Bilal on the escape. That was a, you see that shot McGregor throws was kind of like that lead uppercut moving forward into the right hand. That's nice right hand from Bilal though. Ian just needs to fight smart, man. I don't know what. Leg kicks, like he hasn't been throwing them a lot. Stop this pressure. Teep kicks. Bilal's in on the double leg. He's got the arms around the hips. Ian Gary doesn't. Ian Gary defends again. 2.5 minutes left to go. This fight's very back and forth, like, so could get interesting. Bilal goes for the head kick that time. Nice oblique kick again from Ian Gary. Keeps throwing that, man. Leg kick. Oblique. Okay, listened. Right hand as Bilal clenches up. Pushes him to the cage. So 2 minutes 10 seconds left to go here in the round. Bilal shoots it into the double leg and Ian Gary defends again. Bilal's just got his. Okay, right. Ref, can we get his hand off the cage, please? We're in the clinch right now. Ian Gary turns Bilal around. Is he going to try and separate here? Might try and take Bilal down himself. Oh, he tries to land the knee and he slips. Sorry, he gets back up. So dodgy one, man. If Bilal would have gotten on top of him there, I'd have had a meltdown. Nice uppercut, but a nice shot from Bilal. Nice right hand from Ian Gary. Goes to that front kick again. Okay, he did see that right hand coming before. Bilal's caught under both eyes now. He shoots in for the double leg, but it was kind of a desperate attempt, and Ian Gary's seen that coming. He needs to do something though. Bilal gets underhooks. Nice knee to the body though from Ian Gary. Bilal's trying to land that right hand. He's been swinging it in huge all night. Get off the cage, Ian, man. What are you doing? Oh, my, we're in the clinch again. Are you joking? Someone get Bilal off the clinch. Nice knee to the body from Ian Gary. Nice elbow. Like to see that again. We need some huge damaging shots here. It's been a close fight, a close round. Bilal spins him around. Oh, mate. Land something in, man. Nice right hand, I think it might have landed. Ian Gary shoots the takedown, lands the body knee. Spinning back kick to the head misses. Front kick misses. And we finish in the clinch. Knee to the body for Ian Gary and a right hand for Bilal. I feel like that's a 2-1 or 3-0 Ian Gary though. It was close. Probably could go either way and now I'm panicking. Yeah. I mean, like, Bilal wasn't so durable, man. Like, even when he's disadvantaged in, like, reach or height, he's still so, like, tough and it's just always there and his pressure is just very good. Um, I would have liked to see maybe more knees from Ian Gary, but there was an obvious risk to them with takedown attempts. Um, got some of the fighting nerds trying to say that Carlos Prates is next for the title. Definitely not, in my opinion. Leon Edwards got submitted by Sean Brady and beat by Bilal before that, whereas Bilal has only lost one fight and is coming off holding the title. So I think this is Ian Gary's title shot if he does get the win. I think 5 rounds would have been interesting. It was definitely close, but I don't really know if it was too close to where it would have changed. Yes, Ian Gary wins. Okay, I'm a bit behind, but Ian Gary gets the decision victory. Let's hear Absolutely electric promo from Ian Gary as he states his case, challenges the champion, said you come into my division and you've got to be ready now to defend against anyone. Try and take me down because no one else can, were also his words. This should be interesting. So that should be interesting. Ian Gary, by the way, there was only one eye poke in there because I swear there was no second one. I didn't see it anyways. Rough time to be a welterweight champion and lose your belt, by the way. Ian Gary or Bilal Muhammad, 2 fight losing streak. Leon Edwards, 3 fight losing streak. Still, by the way, we have an argument here that a knuckle in the eye is an eye poke, as if we haven't already declared and seen in the past when that was a fight end situation. Whenever Brandon Moreno landed a clean left hook in the eye of Davison Figueiredo, that's not an eye poke, that's a legal strike. What do you think we're doing here? Like, disappointing arguments sometimes. But main event up next, and I'll be back to that in about 20 seconds again. Main event up next. Let's go. People just hate Ian Gary, by the way, because he has self belief. Like, he's like, people fully hate on Ian Gary because he's self belief, or hate on Ian Gary because of his family, which is just weird to do. Focus on your own stuff. But Ian Gary's proved every time apart from one, and even on that one time it was close, and he could have won on a few more strikes on short notice against undefeated Shavkat Rakhmonov and still undefeated. That he's that level, and he's just beat the former world champion. People are hating again. People love to hate, but Ian Gary's proven them wrong, and it's like Adesanya on his title run. Can't be outpointed. So obviously the knockout, he's calling for the title. The knockout's what you would like to see more, maybe. But still, like former champion, Bilal hasn't stopped in I think 9 years. Ian Gary said there, or 9 fights or something. But hasn't been stopped in a very long time, and just because Ian Gary didn't stop him, it's just stupid arguments here. And like, there's such a problem, obviously, because Islam's the champion. Huge fan base, and Dan Hooker's making his walk already, which is crazy. But huge fan base there leads a lot of people to automatically put Ian Gary to fault. And look, I'm not saying he'll win because that'll be an extremely tough fight for any person in the roster. But I mean, he's proved every other time apart from one. And look, he's number two ranked, and JDM's not getting the immediate rematch. So if Elliot Taporia isn't up for it, or if that's not the fight they're making, then you got to run this. You have to run it. Why is Makachev the champion if he's not going to defend the belt against the top contender? Quick question: what's the point in having a top contender if they're not going to get the title shot? So, like, guys, I know people, in my opinion, complain whenever fighters are under promoted or don't promote themselves enough, and then when a fighter comes through and believes in themselves and promotes themselves, they get hated on for believing. So I mean, the result of Ian Gary getting a title shot could be reliant on this main event, and if our man wins, because if our man wins, it's way more likely we get him versus Ilya compared to him versus Islam, or yeah, Ilya versus Islam. Sorry. So we'll see what happens there. People, I like, it's crazy that people actually just can't cope, but Ian Gary keeps winning. So Morales, if you want to see a takedown and someone get lay on for 5 rounds, give Morales a title shot, bro. Is Islam will actually be all over that overhand. Duck underneath it, and away we go. 25-minute decision or submission. Shout out, by the way, because it looks like he's getting the IBF title eliminator next. Kevin at Jarko, what a fighter. Shout out to him. Let's go. Always backing him. Coming off a great win against Ishmael Davis. Close one, but a tough fight. He gets it done. The start of last month. Give him that title shot, man. Give Ian Gary that title shot. Run it, man. Why not? Like, you get an excuse to build a big fight, and they're like, nah. Nah. UFC fans just don't like when people talk, apparently. Crazy, like. Can't promote yourself. Get hated on for it. And the storyline is there now, by the way. Because, I mean, it's the biggest storyline in the sport. Is that Ireland versus Russia thing. We've seen the impact, by the way, that had. If you're going to argue, obviously the first fight was McGregor and Khabib. You've seen the impact that narrative had on the rematch or on the fights with Paul Hughes and Usman Nurmagomedov. There's no doubt it'll have the same impact with Ian Gary and Islam Makhachev fight. Run that fight. That is stupid. Why would you not run that fight? If our man wins tonight and Ilya has to fight him to defend the title, maybe they both had to defend it once before they fight each other. And in my opinion, why would you not run that fight? That's so stupid to not do. Let's go. very quick, by the way. Like, um, very quick turnaround to this next ring walk. Great win, by the way, earlier on in the night by Luke Riley. I think he might have been down around. I don't know. I missed the fight, to be honest, but I seen on a tweet that he might have lost first round, but a huge knockout in the second. So who cares about that? Big left hook into some nasty ground and pound, puts his opponent out cold. Absolutely done in by like what am I doing? Bruce Buffer announcing the main event. We'll get a wee poll going here. Shout out to everyone that should vote on this. All right, let's go. Round one underway. Our man getting beat here after throwing headbutts yesterday will be don't know, pretty cinematic or something. Pretty strange style. Dan Hooker has gone full out in tattoos, by the way. I didn't even realize that, but Bro's legs are covered. He tries to cut the leg of Tsarukyan there. Not much from both fighters yet. Nice leg kick from Arman. Front kick misses from Hooker, and so does the head kick. Head kick misses again. Arman's in on a double leg, but Dan Hooker defends it. Arman sweeps the leg, gets him down, but Hooker's back up immediately. He's got underhooks, so let's see if he can defend this. Maybe turn Arman around, but Arman looks strong. And obviously, good at surviving on the ground as well. He had that fight with Charles Oliveira, which he avoided many submissions in, or maybe he didn't avoid them, but stayed safe in them and then get put out. Especially from a fighter like Charles Oliveira is crazy. Fair play. Hooker gets off the cage and breaks it, but a nice knee from Arman. Nice jab though from Hooker. Nice head kick from Arman. Hooker fires one back. Oh, nice 1-2 left hook from Arman. Explosive on that. Nice uppercut, left hook. Hooker threw that head kick away, would you mate? At this moment, Danny Westboro, he like fainted it and just spun the circle. Key to getting your back tuck and tuck down right there. Jab. They're trading now. Hooker clearly believes. Nice one. I mean, that Arman's striking is crisp tonight. Nice knee up the middle from Hooker though in the clinch against the cage. Nice knee to the body. He takes the back of Tsarukyan. Tsarukyan spins it around into a double leg though. That's great work. Oh, Hooker's on a guillotine. Well, he's straight out of course he is. Hooker, mate, you need to sprawl. Do the same thing. Like, I feel like Hooker had the opportunity there to roll and he just stayed there. Someone's bleeding. We are in such a weird position here. Hooker's trying to lock up triangle from the. I don't know what way to describe this, man. Yeah, we got Arman inside control. Finally, we've got the position. Oh, crucifix? No, he's out. I don't think he fully attempted that crucifix because if he did, that was the easiest escape I've ever seen in my life. He did kind of just take his arm out. Some Dark Lewis stuff, just get up. Obviously, not the best position for Dan Hooker. He thought he had the guillotine, but obviously, I mean, if Charles Oliveira couldn't get you with it, Dan Hooker probably won't, but you never know. We're kind of alternating here between side control and north south because of the position we're in the cage. It's kind of like confusing, but hopefully Hooker can do something here. Can get up, or Arman can land some strikes maybe. I think he's trying to work the Kimura. He's in good position for it, but he's on some elbows now. Hooker's pretty much just trying to throw up anything he can to like stop himself fully damaged. He's good at holding right now to stop Arman from posturing up. Nice elbows now though from Arman. Nice elbows though from Hooker. Sneaking them in underneath. I mean, it really is just about surviving. He's not in a very great position to be able to build his way back up. So, as long as he doesn't need too many huge shots and can survive the next 30 seconds that are left in this round, he should be alright. I think he's trying to reverse here using his feet up against the cage. He is also holding the cage with his toes, but I think we'll allow it. Ground and pound from Arman. Elbows from both men. Crazy first round, but it definitely goes to Arman as he was just kind of pressuring Hooker's head into the canvas there with his elbow. I guess round one Arman right there. So not good for Hooker right now as he smiles, but he was kind of getting beat on the feet and on the ground. So interested to see how it goes for him. Round two underway. Hooker working those deep kicks to the body, but they're not lazy. Actually, maybe not. Take my words back there. They are not lazy is what I meant. I was gonna say they are lazy now and they're not, and then kind of mix things up there. Oh, Hooker on the front foot. Nice 1-2 from Hooker. Might be wraps so whenever he gets talked down. I think his eyes sold already over the top. Nice 1-2 left hook from Hooker. Bro's chin is in the air. Single leg all day as he shoots that guillotine again on Arman, but I don't think he has it again. Yeah, Arman's crocodile rolling out of that every time, and he's in full guard now. Take it that's what that I'll be completely honest. I don't know what you call the exercise, but that thing showed Arman doing in the promo where you're like on your neck and spinning in circles. That's probably what that's for. If I had to take a rough guess, and the strength in the neck, obviously, but that looks like a strange one. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I'd be able to pull that off. Yeah, not much happening here though. Arman in full guard. They're wearing the center of the octagon, so the odds of Dan Hooker getting up are close to zero. Like I like to see this going to round 4 and 5 though. I think it could get interesting, even though Dan Hooker's probably tired as well. Ilya's in the crowd though, so if he wins, I think we have to run that fight. Hasn't Dan Hooker wins, this would be crazy. He's currently getting his head punched in, so maybe not. He's hurt. Some huge ground and pound landing from Tsarukyan. Hooker's holding again. Huge attack there from Tsarukyan. Oh, huge elbows landing clean. Hooker's trying to push him off with his legs. It's not really working for him. Thought we were about to get a close up of his straight. Two more shots for Arman. Nice elbow. It's in half guard now. Probably trying to work his way on the mount. He might take side control. He's going for mount though. Oh, huge elbow. Yeah, bro. I think I'm seeing hematomas forming and everything on Dan Hooker here. This could be a long day for Dan Hooker. Elbows again from all angles. Yeah, bro's in mine now. This might be cooked for Dan Hooker. Is he? Arman's advancing into an arm triangle here. Does he have it? It's getting interesting. He's not off to the side. He's still in mount. He's got it. He's got it. He's got it. Hooker's going to tap or go out. Hooker taps, and it's over. Arman submits him with an arm triangle. Wow. Yeah, bro, there was a lot of damage done there as well already. Cooked. He's made the call out to Elliot Taporia already, I'm guessing, unless he's just shouting at some randomer in the crowd. Come on. Ian Gary, give him the title shot. Come on. Run that Islam Elliot Taporia and Arman run that there. Gotta give him the title shot now. What is that on his side? Is that a tattoo or is that like a oh there's literally nothing on the side, so I'm seeing shit now. So yeah, take down, full guard, half guard, in the mount. And then an arm triangle, a nice finish from Arman Tsarukyan. Henry Cejudo's trying to push on Twitter that Kamaru Usman and Islam Makhachev is the fight to make. Definitely not. Lost to Leon, lost to Leon. Takes a break for ages and then beats Buckley. Buckley hadn't had his step up yet either. That was Buckley's step up and he lost. But Usman isn't getting that title shot. There's no way. If you're gonna argue Prates and Morales over Ian Gary, I think in the order it goes, it should probably be Gary, Prates, or Morales are pretty interchangeable. I think Kamaru Usman should be last on that list. Talking, I mean, that doesn't even make sense. Ian Gary's beat Prates, so yeah. Get the tweet out real quick. We. I'm anxious to see what happens here. I feel like Ilya might come into the octagon. Get the official decision here. I thought that was. I didn't even think that was fully in, just because the fact that he was in obviously mount, and you usually do see fighters go off to the side with the arm triangles, but he gets it. So I mean, you clearly you can tell it was tight. Like you can see Dan Hooker contemplating. Well, he wasn't getting out of it, so he was either tapping or going to sleep. And I think he made the choice to go to sleep, and then was like, nah. Well, let me hear this. All right, so no Elliot Taporia in there after, but in my opinion, this is the conclusion of tonight. I do think that although Islam versus Ilya is a really big fight. Imagine what that. I keep dropping that. Imagine again. Okay, stall the promo. All right. Imagine what that fight is like. Maybe at the White House next year when they've both got a title defense. It's not going to be at the White House if they're both fighting before. Sorry, but maybe September next year. You're looking at the end of next year. Maybe if Ilya beats Arman and Islam beats Ian Gary, that fight is huge, and it's bigger than it will be now. And those fights in themselves, by the way, Arman versus Ilya and Ian Gary versus Islam, are both two huge fights already. So in my opinion, it would be stupid not to run them both, to make both men face what is by far the toughest challenge in both their weight classes, and to get the fight build up bigger, better, give the rightful. I mean, what's the point in having rankings and contenders if your champion's not going to be there to fight them? What's the point in being champions of weight divisions if they're never going to be there to fight? So that is it, in my opinion. I feel like you have to run Ilya versus Arman and Islam versus Ian Gary, but I'm not going to complain if they don't do it and they just run straight away Islam versus Ilya. But like I said, I do think it would be unfair to the two top contenders in those weight classes to allow their champions to kind of just move about when they've worked to get to that position. So that's my thoughts on that. Great card, some huge knockouts. Manifield and Hermanson kind of just, I don't know, went on the back foot and got knocked out cold. But overall, great card. We're hyped. We're into the boxing now. I'm going to be back for that, so subscribe. Check that out. I'll be back for Brian Norman Jr. versus Davin Haney, Abdullah Mason versus Sam Noakes. Then we have, hold on, I'm forgetting something here. David Benavidez versus Anthony Yard. And we've got one more fight in there, which has kind of slipped my mind, I'm not going to lie. But I'll be back for that, so check that out. Subscribe, come back here. Leave a like. You know, we're back finally. It's been a rough week. Been not been able to make videos, but we're here. We'll be back for the boxing in about an hour and a half. So come back, check that out. Like, subscribe, follow for more. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all that stuff. You see it on the screen there. Shout out to anyone that tuned in. No, there wasn't a whole lot of people, but we're getting there. Yeah, that's it.